Bitcoin is creating another major CME gap, and while this is happening, the Bitcoin whale that longed Bitcoin just moments before the executive order came out here is now shorting again and is targeting 70,000 to 74,000 US dollars. So on today's update video, I'm going to be talking about the most important charts, the breakdown we're currently seeing on Bitcoin, the targets I have currently got in mind for this Bitcoin correction which we're currently seeing. I'm going to be talking about the most important news and much more important stuff on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, the dump we got yesterday was once again a dump over the course of the weekend. And like we have seen in so many previous weekends, these CME gaps take usually a matter of days before they get filled up here. At least this is what happens 99% of all the times whenever Bitcoin does create a CME gap. So what is the prediction right now here? It is that Bitcoin is most likely going to be filling up this gap again here, and usually it happens before Thursday/Wednesday. So that is at least my expectation for now. I mean, we can fill it up and then move down again here, but at least it is likely that we're going to be filling up this CME gap around 86,000 US dollars, which is from off this point towards the upside another 5% push higher. So and that ultimately will be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. Then also, if I am looking at this consolidation phase on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin, we broke the horizontal support line, then straight away broke lower. So yeah, if you took this trade here, because I talked about it, whenever we break below the previous low, we're going to see a continuation. And that is exactly what happened, because whenever we did broke below that low and got the confirmation, Bitcoin moved down about 5.6%, which is quite a big trade if you would ask me here. And now it has also confirmed a lower low in the market as well here. With that out of the way, I quickly want to be discussing some news before diving further in towards the charts. I mean, we can currently see that literally all the big companies are buying Bitcoin, including the United States of America, but the price is still dumping. So what does this really mean here? What is really happening? A lot of interesting things are currently happening. I mean, the market is also right now betting on 2 rate cuts this year here. And honestly, the lower the rate cuts are ultimately going to go here, the more stimulus is going to come, and that is going to be great for Bitcoin and all asset prices. I mean, yesterday as well, we got over $619 million worth of the crypto market getting liquidated. And the more people get liquidated, the better ultimately this is for the market, because deleveraging will ultimately send the market much higher. So yeah, while we indeed are seeing a slight little correction right now here, this is for the long term ultimately going to be very strong here. Then, like I said in the intro, the whale that previously ranked was exactly long before the executive order and straight away shorted it just moments before Donald Trump was, of course, going to put on these tariffs, is now shorting again here with a target to 70 to 74,000 US dollars in mind here. So does this mean Bitcoin is going to see another move towards the downside? I mean, at least so far, this will has been right every single time, but hopefully he is not going to be right this time, because then Bitcoin is clearly going to come down towards 70,000 US dollars. Then also CZ, founder of Binance, also stated that please make sure that everyone focuses on the long term. And that is also what I will be saying here. I mean, while the market is indeed coming down ever so slightly right now here, make sure to zoom out here, because if we're going to be looking back at, let's say, 6 months or 7 months, we only could have wished Bitcoin to sit around 82,000 US dollars right now here. So that is really the message I currently have here. Whenever you are in doubt, make sure to zoom out here. I mean, Bitcoin is indeed struggling quite hard, but I do believe in the longer term, we're going to be making a very strong reversal back towards the upside again here. And I mean, a Japanese exchange bought over 4,000 Bitcoin worth over 328 million US dollars over the past couple months here. And honestly, that is just a major buy, and they hold about 800 to $1 billion worth of Bitcoin right now here. So you can still see these large companies are still accumulating. Whilst most people are afraid right now in this market, the smart money and the larger investors are still accumulating, and that is ultimately also a thing I am currently doing as well here. I mean, I can clearly see on the liquidation heat map, there's a ton of liquidity being built up above us, and ultimately if we're going to be pushing towards that level, we're going to be squeezing the positions out here. And that is going to be, of course, be another like 10 to 15% back towards the top side. So Bitcoin also on the daily time frame is maybe right now in a very interesting range here, because if you're looking at the daily time frame right now here, I mean, I do understand most people and most traders are in extreme panic right now here. But if you're looking at the daily time frame, we're seeing a clear exhaustion from daily sellers, from sellers in general. We can see that, of course, we create a lower low, but while we're creating this lower low, the momentum and the strength in the chart is increasing. So we're creating a major bullish divergence. And honestly, I have seen many times such kind of divergence play out here, but really what this clearly shows us is that the sellers in the market right now are exhausted, and that is ultimately going to be a super great signal in the market. So I do want to be pointing it out. Well, I do know everyone will probably hate me for being a little bit more bullish on the market right now while we're in these lows here. But the reality is whenever everyone is fearful, when everyone is in doubt, it is usually the best zone of accumulation. And that is also what we're currently seeing here on the daily time frame. A major buy signal is occurring right now here. And further on, later today, we're going to start to see flows again coming in on the spot Bitcoin ETF. And guys, if you right now still want to be using my trading strategy, there's a very great trading strategy here that I have currently made here. Like you can see, we're still locking in profits, and the Ethereum strategy is right now in a slight little loss. But while we're in this zone here, I am still accumulating more levels while we're going down here. So ultimately, on the longer run, it's going to be giving us more profit here. So if you want to be copying any of my grid trading strategies, so basically automatic trading strategies, make sure to go to the link description of today's video, because if you're in a sign up account using the highest link below, guys, you will get free $100 after depositing $100. And by only signing up an account and completing KYC2, you will get a free 20 USDT. So honestly, make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video, because it is extremely valuable right now here. And I mean, a lot of people are still waiting for altcoin season. I've been also waiting still for it, but currently, clearly, it is Bitcoin season. But if we're going to be looking at the risk to reward, the best time to be buying altcoins is actually whenever it's a Bitcoin season, because that is usually when altcoins are, bleeding against Bitcoin. And that, of course, usually allows the best opportunities. So at the same time, yesterday and the last few days here, guys, it has been the largest liquidation event here, even larger than the FTX collapse or the Three Arrows Capital collapse. Guys, this really shows you a bottom is being formed here, because whenever so many people are getting liquidated, it ultimately does mean and signals the market is clearly bottoming out here. So I am very, very excited for it. I mean, we're right now seeing extreme FUD in the market. Everyone is afraid here. But while everyone is afraid here, the US president has been buying more than 5,000 Ethereum worth over $11 million already in the last 6 days here. So please make sure do not get fooled out here. And if you feel bad, Trump has lost over $110 million in his crypto portfolio in the last few days here. So yeah. And he has not sold anything here. So he's just one of us here. And I really think here that Ethereum is looking quite great here, because US banks can right now be validators for the Ethereum network. They can officially hold stable coins. There's a lot of adoption happening, and yet the prices are sitting at such a deep point in the market. I really believe this is a tremendous opportunity here. Everyone is afraid. Everyone thinks we're going to go lower. And that is why I like to accumulate. So yeah, interesting range here. I am very much looking towards the daily bullish divergence. I've been longer in this market for quite a while right now here. And actually every single time whenever I see such kind of a divergence, especially on the daily time frame, it is probably going to be sending us much, much higher. So yeah, with that being said, guys, don't forget to once again stomp on the like button on today's update video. I was a little bit later today. Excuse me for that here. But anyways, subscribe to the channel and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.